Hi there everyone, as per my post on the FBA Heroes page, I said I'd do a quick how-to on how to get a map like this with all your sales from Amazon. Um, Please forgive me, this is the first time I've ever done any kind of vlogging or anything on YouTube, so I actually had to go out and buy a microphone, and I don't even have a camera as yet for it, um, so I'll try and be as painless as possible. Right, so to get this map, first thing you need to do is if you go to your Amazon Seller Central, if you go up to here where you've got reports and then fulfillment by Amazon, open that up, give it a second, and down on the left hand side here under sales you've got all orders. So if you click on that, and then you can see there's a few downloads that I've done before, but from here you can select what days you'd like to download. Now it limits it to I think 30 days maximum, so what I've done in the past, as you can probably see down here, I've done from there it's December, then that one for January, February. It's a bit painful if you want to do a lot of months, but if you only want to do a few days it's quite easy. But so what I've done, I started this in the middle of December, so I want to do the whole of December all the way through to May, because that's when that was the last full month that we've done. So if you choose, say I want to do the last 30 days, you request a download, and then you get this at the side, it says in progress. It only takes, I think, seconds, 10-20 seconds I think. You can just keep refreshing, and then eventually it'll pop up. Oh, there you go, it's done already. So that was what, 5-6 seconds. So I'm going to click on some of the earlier ones I've done. So I've got some full months. So if you just click on download, you see it pop up down here, and it pops up as a text file. If you get a few of these, I'll just do a few. That one, so 4 months worth I'll do. So then if you open the folder that these are in, so you've got these 4 text files, one at a time. Select and then open with Excel. You get it a bit nice, all in columns. So you got the order number, merchant number, I think that is, purchase date, last updated, shipped, and so on, where it's from, what it is, how much was paid, any kind of extra bits like gift wrap, which is quite good as well, and then where the item was from. Now after I've recorded this, I'm going to try and figure out how to blur these out, so hopefully when you see this will be blurred, just to protect some people's information. So what you do, so you open up all these lists. So actually, to speed things up, I'll do one at a time. So if you go down to this, so this is the second sheet. So this will be our main. The first one will be our main sheet. So the second sheet, you want to compile these into one long list. I'm sure there's some way of doing it with Excel, but I don't know off the top of my head. So all you need to do literally is just select it, or copy and go back into the first one and just paste it onto the end. Right, I'm just going to quickly do those with the no, I don't want to save it. I'm going to do those for the next 2 and then come back. Okay, so I've just pasted in the last of those 4 months, and if you scroll down, so it's about 840 entries, or their orders. So some people you see is the quantity. You got 1, so this person ordered 2, so that is per order. These you got zeros. I think this is where someone cancels their order, it wasn't sent. And also when I've had something that's been sent back to me, that appears a bit differently. So if I've recalled an item that was damaged or something like that, that shows up on here as well. So you can quite easily filter them out. So once you've got your big long list, if you go up into the top right hand corner, if you go to filter, and this gives you these drop downs at the top. So if you want to remove anything that has 0 quantity, you can just untick everything and just tick the 0, and these will have 0. So you can just highlight all of those, right click on the end here and delete rows, so they're all gone now. And then you go back and select all, and then that's everything, and all the zeros are gone. And you can do that with a few things if you want to just remove them. Next is just to remove any columns you don't want anymore. So I'm not interested really in seeing what the merchant numbers were, so I can get rid of those. I'm interested in the purchase date, not when it was last updated, when it was last shipped. I don't really mind where it comes from because I'll see on the map from the pin. The shipping speed I'm not bothered about. I'd like to know what product it was, so I'll keep that. Just delete these ones. I'm not bothered about the SKU, the ASIN. I would like to know the quantity, so I'll keep that one. The currency would be good to know because in the UK we're dealing with multiple currencies, euros and pounds, depending on what country bought it. In the US, I guess that wouldn't matter too much because everything would be in dollars. The price we'd want to know, and then all of this I'm not really interested in for this point, but you can add it because then it's extra information at the end. So we want the city, the state, the postcode or zip code, the country, you can have it listed there I suppose, and then everything else we don't want. So at the end we got down to what, 8 rows? 9 rows? 9 rows. Can't count. 9. That we're going to put into the map. So from here, if you want to just go to save as, and then we'll save it back into the same place and just call it, I don't know, map data for this purpose. Save, and close it, and there we go. We've got map data now. So now go back into Google Maps, and you have to be logged into your account, assuming you have a Google account. And you come over to the left here to these 3 little lines for the menu, and you come down to your places, and then at the very right here you got maps. And so this is the one I've done previously, and at the very bottom here you got create map. Let's get this bar, get rid of that. Create map here, so create that, and then just over here you got a little bit that says import. Now if you've got multiple different items, so say you've got, I don't know, 5 private label items, you can do a layer for each item, give them different colours, so you can select items, remove items, which kind of be good. But pretty much all this stuff that I've done is online and retail arbitrage, so I'm just grouping it all as one. I haven't really got the stats in for my private label stuff. I've only just started and I've only sold a couple, so there's not much point doing a map for that yet. But if you click on this import, you get this dialog box, and nice and easy, you just take that map data, drop it in there, and then so you choose the columns that you want the map to position it by. So you want it to map by the city, state, postal code and country. Continue. You can update these names so it's a bit nicer, like, actually put some capital letters in and tie them up a bit. Okay, so this is to choose a title for your markers. So I'll probably title it by product name, so when I hover over it, it tells me what the product was. But you can have it you hover over it and it show you what the price was that person paid, or what state they live in, or the city they live in. I'll do it by product name. Finish, and you give it a second. It's just loading, and then boom, you have a map of pins. And quite weirdly, I noticed this one before. This pin over here, for some reason it's a place in Italy, but it for some reason throws it in the middle of Wisconsin. Was it Wisconsin? Right on the border there. So if you get anything like this, you can edit it. If you go to edit, and then there should be something here that, let's try changing that to Italy. Let me try spelling Italy. Maybe call this one Italy. To be fair, it's the only one I've seen that's misplaced. No, boom, it's gone. I don't know. Right, now it's, oh, there you go, in Italy. Right. But everything else looks pretty normal. If there's one slightly out, then it's going to be hard to tell. But if you see one in a completely different country to what you're expecting, then there's something wrong there. But you can check a few, like these ones that are way out in Poland. I can click on it, and I'm assuming that's Poland. Yeah, there we go, Poland. And it tells you up here they bought some Sharpies from me and how much they paid in euros. Another thing you can do is if you click on an item and you click on this little fill bucket, You can change the colour, so it's set to all items, but you can change the colour if you prefer red or whatever colour that is, a greeny blue. And then you got icons, so yeah, you might want to change it to, say, in your case, a $, and then yeah, all your money. And that'll actually work on your phone as well. So if you're logged into Google on Google Maps, logged into your account, you'll also see this map as well in the options. You can turn it on and off. Okay, well, I hope that helps anyone, and say this is an extremely new channel. I have no subscribers or anything, and this is the first time I'm doing any video, so hopefully in the future maybe I'll do some more and actually buy a camera. But thanks very much. Bye.